Now I have several projects in various stages of incompletion. The Iron Bowl project had a major setback as I took the units to the field, and even though they have a mile line of sight range, I found out they only have about 1/10 of a mile range through the woods. So I'm afraid this project is going to be on ice for some time as I save up some pennies to either get more units or get some more powerful units. So now I'm thinking about using these XBs with my remote control project, turning it into an RF remote. Means putting one of these with the remote and the other one with a set-top box that will control LEDs that will run to the various devices. The new keyboard hasn't arrived yet still, but I've already decided to leave this case and go to a more bulky Radio Shack project box. So I have room for the RF receiver and for the new keyboard. Currently I'm having some problems with the joystick. All of a sudden, whenever I so much as touch the joystick, one of the potentiometers goes crazy. I'm afraid something may have happened with my wiring when I hot glued it in here. So going with the XB module instead of the LED will allow me to go and use one of my LiPo batteries for the remote, which is kind of nice, because both of these are 3.3 volts and I can run them both off of the LiPo battery. And then the desktop box, I can make a plug-in device. And with the desktop box, I'm thinking I'm making more ports than I need for the TV system, as I'll probably use this control for other things like Halloween projects and the like. So probably in the back I'll have some ports where I can control relays and that sort of thing. I haven't got that far along with the camera control box. I just can't seem to get enthused for some reason. I don't know. Which is sad, because this is actually one of the things I could make the most use of right now. I did find out that I could put two of these optocouplers in one of these 8-pin sockets, which is kind of nice. So I don't have to solder them in. This is the radio control board for it that communicates with a little key fob. And I gotta do something else with these buttons that are just not going to work like that. I tried to just soldering in two of the pins, but they're just going to break off. So I got to work on that. I did jump ahead in the project list a little bit and went and desoldered the MP3 trigger board off of my Halloween project for last year. I was triggering the sounds for the Halloween project with these trigger pins on the side, which allows you to trigger 18 sound files off of the SD card. You just number the files sequentially on here, and then you just trigger one of these triggers, and it plays that file. For some reason, I'm not sure why, I avoided using the serial connection, which allows you to trigger 256 sound files through one pin connection. So I played with that, and I figured out how to do that through the Parallax program, how to send it the serial information to trigger each of the files. I'm thinking about the Halloween project this year. I kind of would still like to do a fortune teller booth, and that's one of the reasons I was more interested in getting access to more sound files. Still haven't quite decided on that yet. And as far as the board itself goes, I'm going to have to reconstruct it for the doggy. I'm thinking about moving it to these new boards and totally redoing it. I had one new project that just came up when I found this old remote for my video camera that I had forgot I had. I forgot you could control it with a remote. So now I'm working on a sound activated remote control for the video camera using the demo board's built-in microphone. And I wrote a little program where I could light an LED by clapping my hands or making some kind of noise. And instead of lighting the LED, I'm going to have it duplicate this record button on the remote. So when and I'm thinking about setting this up in the radio room so I can get their mission details when they go out at Wayne's World Paintball.